Welcome to Uplift, inspiring stories to uplift the world. I am Gemma Serenity Gorokov, your host, and today we have Jenna Ghisolfo joining us. I'm so
I
excited.
am too.
So, Jenna, please introduce yourself and welcome Miss Arizona.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. Yes, I'm the United States of America, Mrs. Arizona, a unique passion of mine that I had. We're going to be talking about hope today. It was a dream of mine, a bucket list item of mine to compete in this pageant. And when I got married, I said, I need to start checking off some of these items on my bucket list. And this was one of them. So I've got that going on. And then I own a company that oversees Section 8 in public housing by getting people off the streets from homelessness and into safe, secured housing, whether that's shelters or Section 8. So I kind of have two buckets of my life where I am pulled to really help benefit the community and make a difference in the community.
Isn't that beautiful, the purpose you give to your title?
Oh, it's nice because I get some variety. I get to be able to talk about multiple subjects with my title and support multiple avenues. It's not always just about housing. I'm attending galas and charity events for shelter services for animals, and then in women empowerment. I get to do so much that it's actually fun for me. It's like having a social calendar that just continues to be filled up, so I can't complain.
Isn't that beautiful? Thank you
Yes.
so much for showing up for underserved communities, showing up for people who are struggling to get out of homelessness, which is a plague. Last time I remember we were talking about dignity, which is the
Yeah.
first thing you get back when you get at least an address, a place to be and to call home, even for a while, enough to actually rebuild yourself. But
Yes.
today, let's talk about hope. What is that? What is that hope that you get back to people? What is your experience of hope?
Yes. Well, and from what I do from a professional level, giving back people hope is something we do on a daily basis, because for a lot of these families that we're meeting with or introduced to, they have no hope. They have no bigger dreams or game plan. They are literally living minute by minute, day by day, almost, as I like to put it, in crises mode. They're not processing what needs to happen in the future. And so, what we're giving them, even by doing something as simple as putting a roof over their head, it's not a big deal to some people, but to someone who's homeless, this is a fresh start. This is hope for them. And so we see a lot of families who have been living on the streets for months on end, whether they've lost a job recently or just struggling financially, to individuals who have been living on the streets for years and have no hope of finding stable housing. These stories bring us to these individuals and allow us then this opportunity to give them a second chance and say, hey, wait a minute, there's a shelter right down the road. Let us show you what hope looks like. Let us show you what a second chance at life looks like and get you on this path of rediscovering yourself, of recommitting to yourself that you can be successful. So it's baby steps along the way, but the amount of hope that we provide to our residents is just substantial.
It is truly substantial because it touches one of the basics of survival, basics of identity, basics of existing.
Existence, yes, is housing. Absolutely. One of the basic needs is housing. You need a
Mhm.
roof over your head to feel sustainable and supported. And think of families that have young children. If you're living on the streets with young children or you're living in your car with young children, how are these children then surviving and thriving in schools? And so, by us even just giving them a set of keys to their first apartment, which might not be anything fancy, it's going to be the basics, gives them so much hope that they can start over, that they can actually make it in this world. And so that's what we provide to them.
That's beautiful. I was talking with you earlier today that hope is an essential step up from desperation, from no hope, from having given up on yourself.
Yep.
Hope is a leg up to that, but hope alone will not make it, will not get you to destination.
No.
It will allow you to dream again. It will allow you to rise up on the emotional guidance system scale.
Yes.
It will allow you that. It will get you out of desperation, because with a glimpse of hope, even a flicker of can actually start to dream and start a new ascension.
Yes. Yes. You couldn't have said that better. You couldn't have said that better. Hope leads to dreams, which leads to manifestation, right? It's those baby steps that we have to take. But you are right, Gemma, in that hope doesn't mean you are manifesting that to happen. Hope means, yes, it could happen, or no, it might not happen. It's that teeter-tottering between the two. Whereas when we switch to dreams and manifestation, we are saying, yes, this will happen. Now, what you and I had also talked about earlier is we may want something to happen, whatever the outcome is, but what the pathway to get to that outcome might not be the way we think it's going to happen. It could be a totally different pathway that gets us to that same outcome. And we need to be receptive to those other pathways to get us to that same outcome, because I think a lot of people reject it and say, nope, that's not the pathway that I planned, therefore I'm not taking it. And it's not going to get them to the outcome that they want.
Correct. And that ties into, as human beings, as master manifestor, we are all master manifestors.
Yes.
But we don't know it until we know it.
Until we know it. Yes. Yes.
That is the thing. When actually transform from not knowing that we are manifesting to knowing that we are manifesting, suddenly we become extremely careful about what we think, about how we behave, what we dream of, our patterns. We become self-aware of what we are broadcasting, therefore getting back.
Yes. Yes, you are accurate. It's about what we put into the universe. You're right. It's all about our thoughts, our processes, how we then act. Because if I want to manifest something in my life, I better be acting that way to manifest it in my life. Otherwise, the universe is going to say, not happening. You're not doing the work. Why would I do this? But you are absolutely right. Little things that I pray and I manifest every day over my business, because obviously it's a source of income for my family, right? So I'm always praying and manifesting bigger and growth and to sustain more families, to be able to touch more lives. But at the same time, I've got to be living that life that allows that to happen. If I'm out there just blowing money left and right and putting the company into poverty, I'm never going to be successful. So it's all about what steps are you taking to get to the pathways that you want.
And now imagine something in your life. You have Housing Consultants of America, where you help indeed people on the brink of homelessness or completely in homelessness to actually get them back home, something to get started, to get restarted in life. At the same time, you want that crown of Mrs. America or Arizona. You'll win also America. I keep on saying that. So Arizona for now. But yeah, let's aim bigger. Notice one thing. How much more impact do you have for Housing Consultants of America since you got your crown?
A ton more.
And you would not have foreseen that path. All we wanted was Housing Consultants of America.
Yes.
To touch as many lives as possible. The universe say, okay, very good. Let me wake up one of your dreams. How about you have a crown? And how about you actually use your pageant contest to actually reach suddenly all America. Oh my God.
Isn't that amazing how the universe, and that was nowhere in my dreams, right? My
Exactly.
vision was to touch as many lives. What I was manifesting, let's put that out there. What I was manifesting was always to touch as many lives as possible. Yet look how the universe, I don't want to say manipulated because that's not the right word, but produced this
Arranged.
vision.
Arranged
Yes, arranged.
everything
There
in
you go.
order for your
Yes.
higher good.
It's amazing, right? When you just step back and say, I'm going to let the universe manipulate, however, arrange this, however, it is beautiful to see because it comes together and you then look back years later or even 6 months later and go, wow, I was dead on, but who would have thought this would have happened?
And because when you do that contest, who knows who is going to win? Because everybody is worth winning it. Everybody is more gorgeous. Everybody is purposeful. Everybody has a reason for being here. And you all get the same training. It's whoa, how do you win that?
And Gemma, even what I always remind myself is even if I don't win, my purpose could be to meet one of the women there and share my story. My purpose could be to share my story on stage and touch somebody's lives that's in the audience. So sometimes I don't even know the full purpose of the reasoning behind why I'm doing some of this. And you just have to have faith that it's all going to work out for a positive outcome.
Beautiful. That is what it is all about. Thank you for speaking to that. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Thank
We
you.
always have great conversations. Every time we chat, we always have great conversations. And we're matching today. Great minds think alike.
How cool is that? Wow.
What do you feel like? Because I defined hope very much as towards my business. What do you define hope as?
Hope is a glimmer of something possible beyond your day to day.
Ooh, I like that. I like
That's how I
that.
define hope. So you want to give back hope to people who lost hope, who gave up on themselves, who are not manifesting consciously a better future anymore. They are manifesting the same lives as yesterday and the day before and the day before.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they don't know that they are doing that. Absolutely. So hope is that glimmer of something better, maybe, possibly. How about that?
I
And
like that.
actually opens up the path to rise up on this emotional guidance scale.
Now, do you find it harder? Do you find it harder to express hope versus manifestation? Because I find it harder for me to manifest things sometimes versus sitting there and holding on to hope. I always go to manifestation. What do you find?
I'm biased because on TikTok, I am Gemma the manifesting queen.
So you've got a little bias for manifestation.
I did not know about manifestation, but I experienced it the first time when I was in my 20s.
Oh.
And that was odd because I did not know why it worked so well. And I actually visualized my expected outcome and I got it and I got exactly, and I got more than what I was asking for, but everything actually aligned. And I was there, I don't know what happens. It's magical. I just imagine it, I dream it, I feel myself in it. Yeah, I'm technically manifesting, but how did I know about that? I just did it. Before I knew it, it happened. And I remember having met another person, another young person, 18 or 19 years old, from Brazil, straight in Switzerland. And for Brazilian to actually be accepted with a visa legally in Switzerland, it doesn't happen easily. It is a very difficult path to get. For some reason, don't ask me why, I don't know why. But that's a known difficult immigration process. They don't make it easy at all. And I meet this gorgeous Brazilian, very young woman. And she tells me, listen, I had a dream. I was in Brazil. I was just cleaning and cleaning and cleaning because that's all that's all they taught me to do. I dreamt about Switzerland. And I imagined that I would be there. And I imagined that I would actually be creating fashion with clothing, with sewing. I imagined that I could actually be that. She was 19 years old. She was in Switzerland. She told me a little bit about her travel, something completely magical, just all aligned in a way that she would not even imagine. She did not speak French at all. And she was in the French-speaking region of Switzerland. So she was only with her Brazilian Portuguese language. And the only thing she does was speaking out loud in Brazilian Portuguese. Can someone help me? And sure enough, someone showed up, said, yes, absolutely, in her language. Yes, absolutely, come to my house. And got it. And she got the house right there, right then. Yes, stay with me. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever you need, get back up, get rolling. What do you fashion? Here is material to do your fashion. And when I met her, she just got an appointment with an investor who was going to invest in her fashion. And she was becoming her dream at 19 years old because she was manifesting it. And we looked at each other. So you got somewhat of the same experience that I got. You got this straight idea and it happens. I got a straight idea and it happened, delivered multiple. So we looked at each other, there must be something there. But we did not know why it worked so well.
Wow.
Much later in life, I meet Sasha, who knew about manifestation because he was already well and started to teach me and show me. I was there, okay. I just took it and tried. And it's like, oh my gosh. And now what I'm doing is to making it easy to understand for people.
Love it.
Because it is not taught at school. It is not known by everybody. It is still considered woo-woo by some people. It's like, no, it's like physical reality. Just try. Look at your life. The more you're happy, the more you're happy. The more you are sad, the more you are sad. There is a reason for that.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a madness, and it's not a madness.
No, it's not a magic potion. It's realistic. It's obtainable.
So this is why, after having spread a lot of word with my other podcast, got 3 million downloads cumulated with this one, got some real results that I was manifesting like big time. Like just like I want as big as Oprah. That's always what I
love it.
As big
I
as
love it.
Oprah. Let me be the white Oprah of the world.
I love it.
And she talks about manifestation as well all the time. And what I did was to actually start to say, you know what? Let me also reach out to the audience in person. So when I decided to do that, I started to go live here and there. I was not very clear. I did not create a concrete path, except in an online community called Love Again with Confidence, especially after heartbreaking situation, especially after when you don't dare, when it is not easy. This is why Love Again with Confidence, because not easy to do. I can do that. And then I continued, and suddenly I'm on my path, imagining that I'm really connecting with the audience.
Wow.
And I receive a message from TikTok, and I do not have 1,000 followers yet. And TikTok tells me, okay, you are chosen, you can go live now. You go live 30 minutes for 30 days, and you will get rewards.
Wow.
I was there. That is 100% aligned. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And I started to go live, got a 1, 2, 3 people during the first 2 weeks, and then 10, 20, and then 100, and then 1,000 people circulating like that, like just like coming, seeing. And now I start to really create that cluster of trusted fans who really love that content. And I keep on providing that manifestation wisdom, understanding how it works, all that inner healing, all that understanding yourself. Today I talked about fear and how fear is holding you back. However, if you give appointment to fear in 3 days at 3 p.m., I guarantee there is someone who is not going to be there at the appointment. It's fear. So feel the fear. Just do it. You will deal with fear later on, and fear in the meantime has dissipated because there is no reason anymore. And you just already know what you didn't know. So whatever is like, there is no reason. Okay, we move on.
Wow, I love it. I love the
So
perspective.
so that's how I would answer that question between hope and manifestation. I only go with manifestation, but I give back hope through inspiration. If
Love it.
people are too low on their emotional state, when they
Yeah,
are too low, I give them back hope, and I give
good.
back hope with stories of sudden money flowing in, sudden things that I did do nothing except calling in and being ready to receive,
I
which is
love
enough
that
to
you put
receive,
that.
enough to manifest. That's it.
Yes, absolutely. It could be the
Don't need
random
more.
check that comes in the mail for a
Yeah,
reimbursement. It could come from anywhere. You never know. And you have to be open to receiving it from all
exactly.
avenues. You can't be like, it's got to come in only from this source. Open to receiving income from all sources. You've got to be not so specific that it's hard for the universe to accommodate, but enough that you kind of give the wiggle room to the universe to be able to say, we can make this happen. It's just going to be a different way than you thought.
Imagine the universe is so much more creative than you. How are you going to, in your small minded human mind, create a way that you have no idea and you don't know the people, but your soul knows, the universe knows, God knows, Creator knows. As soon as you actually ask the spiritual and the non-tangible around you,
We'll start to help bring it forward. Yes.
oh my gosh, they rush to help you and arrange things in your life so that actually what you desire happens.
Isn't it amazing? And that people come out of the woodworks, people that you haven't talked to in years start to come forward. And it's all to then help you with this vision that you didn't expect. You manifested it, but you didn't expect all these people, the support, this influence to come from all these different sources. But that again goes back to being open to all the different avenues that when you manifest for something, you've got to be open to receiving it in all different ways. Because if you're not, you're going to be closing off your doors. I want to manifest more money. Perfect. But I've got to be willing to receive those random checks in the mail from my credit card company telling me I overpaid my bill or whatever I did. Those things need to happen, but I've got to be open to receiving them.
Totally. Wow. So that is how I would actually frame manifestation or hope. I
Love it.
really double it on manifestation, but still give hope to those who are way too low on the emotional scale and they leg up. They need to believe again.
And you mentioned something that and you mentioned it before we started talking again today. It's all about the energy we attract in those levels that we're on. If we were on a lower energy level and we're attracting lower energy individuals and clients and team members, that's where we're going to stay. But when we say I want to advance my life, I want to advance my career, therefore I'm going to surround myself with individuals that are of a higher caliber, of a higher status in my company, so I can learn and kind of rub off, is the old saying, on them. That's when the magic starts happening. That's really when it does. It really does.
Truly does. Jenna, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence and with your intelligence of being present, your knowledge, your wisdom that you have already acquired through I don't know how many bumps in life, but probably.
Oh, and thank you for having me on. I love to talk about this. It's nice to talk about real life solutions and strategies and game plans to empower people to not only manifest, but to live better lives.
Absolutely. Wow. Tell us a few things how to reach out to you when people are just like listening. Jenna Ghisolfo, all right.
They can find me anywhere on social media, Jenna Ghisolfo, Ghisolfo, or you can reach out to me on Housing Consultants of America. I'm happy to connect you if you need housing resources, any resources within your community. Please reach out to me. We typically have solutions for you within your community, so feel free to reach out to us.
That's beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Anything else you have in mind before we close off?
I think we're good. We had a great conversation. I'm so glad we got to connect.
Oh, me too. Me too. Oh, wow. All right. Thank you so much, Jenna. Thank you for blessing
Thank
us.
you.